Hey, I'm Paul Stachniak from Butterscotch.com and welcome to How Do I? This is our series on the Nintendo Wii, and in this first episode we're going to give you a product tour of the Wii. We're going to tell you how to plug in your Wii to your television, and we're going to tell you what to do with that sensor bar. So let's get to it, shall we? So of course this is the box that it comes in. This is the white version of the Wii. There's also a black version now. Otherwise it comes with the same stuff in both boxes. You're going to get your Wii unit with the available stand. All this basically does is just keep it upright from not falling over. You can also put this, you can lay down the Wii in that configuration. It doesn't really make any difference in terms of gameplay or anything. Just be aware that if you are going to be moving the arrangement of your Wii, that there is no game spinning inside. You can actually scratch up your disc, so be careful of that. Of course, you have the power supply, gives it power. It comes with a Wiimote and a nunchuck accessory. It should be noted that the nunchuck comes standard with the Wii box, but if you do want to buy an additional Wiimote, the nunchuck does not come together. These two are sold separately, so sort of be aware of that for the future. These are the composite cables that come standard with the box. Composite's just your regular yellow, red, and white configuration for video delivery. If you have an HD TV, you can also get the component cables, which I have right here. These are sold separately. The Wii doesn't do HD video, but what it does do is allow you with these cables to have 480p video, which looks slightly cleaner, especially if you have a higher resolution monitor or a bigger TV. Otherwise, you're just going to get 480i out of the box. And you have your sensor bar, which we're going to go into how to set that up in this episode as well. So very simply, to set up your Wii, you're just going to want to turn the unit around, and in the back you're going to find 3 ports, one for the power supply, one for the composite cables, and one for the sensor bar. They're fairly simple to plug in the sense that each of the tips actually have a slit that's sort of diagonally cut at the top, meaning you can only really plug it in the one way, so it's fairly straightforward. With the composite cables, once you plug them into the back of the Wii, you're going to want to turn around your television and look for the yellow, white, and red inputs. They're usually called TV, or generally they're also just called composite. If you do have the component cables, like I showed you earlier, you're going to be looking for your component slot. And once that's plugged in, you're pretty much good to go, with the exception of the sensor bar. A lot of people always wonder where to place the sensor bar, at the top and the bottom. Well, in reality, there really isn't a whole lot of difference. The system, when we go into the next series, we're going to show you the basic setup for the Wii, and you're going to have an option to select the top or the bottom. The real reason that you maybe want it on the bottom is because you don't have a tube television or an LCD, so it doesn't have a lip or some sort of ledge where you can sort of easily place the Wii sensor bar on. Mind you, the bar does come, if you see look at the bottom here, there's actually these adhesive strips that Nintendo has kindly provided you, so you peel them off and you can just tape that to the top of your television, and basically it'll prevent it from falling over. Likewise, they give you this neat kind of plastic stand also with adhesive strips, and all this does is raise the height of the Wii sensor bar, because the general rule of thumb, I mean, if the only couple notes that you're going to get with the Wii sensor bar is that you want it to be relatively high. Generally, you want it to be about 3 inches from your screen, because the way the sensor bar works and the way the Wiimote works is basically the sensor bar has 2 sets of IR lights, and the Wiimote's basically just a monochromatic camera which is looking for them, and that's how it pinpoints the proximity of where you are. So if you have a lot of ambient lighting, say your screen or even a lamp or a window coming in from just natural lighting in your house, it's going to confuse the Wiimote, and it's not going to be able to pick up exactly where in the space this bar is. So you really just want to make sure that this is in a nice clear open space that's not being obstructed by too many lights, and slightly elevated from where your actual screen is, so that again there isn't a lot of interference. So there you go, setting up your Nintendo Wii. Not that bad, right? In the next episode, we're going to show you how to set up your Wii software. So basically what happens when you plug in and turn on your Wii for the very first time. For anything we talked about in this episode and full show notes, check out butterscotch.com.